Hello everybody and welcome back to Alaris Labs YouTube channel. As you may know, the new version has been released and we are going to list the most important features and changes. As not all the features and corrections will be discussed in this video, you are welcome to check the full list of changes in the release notes. Please note that you can turn on the subtitles for the video by clicking on the subtitles control in the YouTube panel instruments. Check out our Facebook and LinkedIn pages to learn more about our life and business.
Support of text translation has been added for concatenated messages received over HTTP with the models of longMessageMode split SAR, single ID split. Translation are not applied by default. To enable the feature, contact the Alaris technical support team and communicate the following code. To enable rerouting a message by delivery status through the same vendor channel, the checkbox Allow reroute to the same channel has been added. When enabled, the field Allow traffic within the same partner products becomes available. If a delivery status specified in the reroute statuses list is received and the new checkbox is selected, the message will be resent through the same channel in a specified interval. Multiple comma-separated intervals for rerouting can be set. Previously, the test system only displayed rates that were present in the vendor product. In the new version, the checkbox Show MCC/MCCMNC without rates has been added that allows showing all MCC/MNC for reference book, even if they were not added to the product. This allows verifying destinations for which the vendor offers a country-wide rate. Possibility has been added for the new generation SMS switch to resend MO messages and delivery reports for specific client channels at preset intervals, until the intervals expire or a successful response is received from the client. The interval countdown starts after a response timeout, 30 seconds by default. When incorrectly encoded text is received over HTTP that could not be decoded by the SMS switch, the message will be sent to the vendor, and the incorrectly encoded symbols will be replaced by question marks. Previously, the new generation SMS switch gave a successful response to an incoming submit SM packet before routing if the client channel has had the parameter client capacity SMS per second configured. The following verification has been added in the new version. If the processing queue contains 3 times as many messages as set in the client capacity SMS per second field, the client receives a successful submit SM response packet and the message will be sent to the buffer. Otherwise, the message will be sent to the buffer and the response to the client will be sent as the message leaves the buffer and is routed. The new tag import type close matching records has been added. It operates similarly to the delete matching record type, only it closes matching records instead of removing them. The start date and close date columns can be specified during import in the new mode. Possibility has been added to set multiple comma or dot separated MCC or MCCMNC values in a single row during rate import. Previously, when a recurrent fee was included in the invoice period could not be recalculated as the fee had the manual type. Now, the type of regular fees has been changed to auto, which makes it possible to recalculate the period. Also, the subscriber fee detail table has been added for recurrent fee invoice details. When a recurrent fee is removed, provided that the invoice was confirmed or registered earlier, a correction charge is created. Please note that the account period must be recalculated in order for record removal to be applied. Previously, the system did not verify the availability of an active agreement as of payment creation date. The verification has been added. Also, the lag is verified. If the payment is inbound, an active client lag must be available. Previously, year cubes were added to the system. Now, telescopic mode for their calculation has been added. Support of the optional field LNT report type has been added, which can be received in a delivery report. The message status will be received from the field as follows. If LNT report type is 0, the message status is delivered, otherwise it is undelivered. Also, the original LMT report type field value is saved as a delivery report error code, which is available in the EDR. For custom reports, the message ID will be taken from the optional LMT message ID field. Support of the incoming parameter reporting key has been added for operations with HTTP API Oracle Responsys. The value from the incoming submit SM packet can be sent in the delivery report if the channel's DLR push URL template contains the reporting key marker. The new HLR successful column has been added that shows the number of successful of HLR deepin attempts, those for which the HLR MCCMNC was received. The column is available if the user has the View SMS Technical Details permission. Please note that the column does not take into account the number of cached requests. The new error message, "All rates are empty," has been added for automatic import of rate notifications. It is marked as critical by default. This helps stop rate import and avoid closing all rates when the vendor has changed the rate format. Support of a new bank, central bank, has been added for update of currency exchange rates from. The bank code to be specified in the system parameter is CBR. Possible values ECB, LCB, BNR, NBU, NBRB, CBR, and null, which means disabled. The new permission, Show Credit Card, has been added to enable hiding the client credit limit configured in agreements. Saving of the selected period type, for example, the last 24 hours, has been added to presets. Security policy has been enhanced for the shortcode reference book editor and shortcode reference book import interfaces. Other carriers' partners will not be available in the interfaces. The statistics interface now shows the total number of messages that match the selected filters. The new system parameter prohibit uploading Excel files with formulas 0, no, 1, yes has been added. It enables verification that templates imported in the template manager interface do not contain formulas. Previously, the possibility was added to create client channels with multiple comma-separate IP addresses for the new generation SMS switch only. In this version, correct traffic filtering has been added in the trace analyzer interface, as earlier multiple IP addresses were not processed when selecting a partner. The calculation method has been changed for the unpaid amount column. Previously, it was calculated as due amount minus paid amount. Now it is calculated as follows: due amount minus paid amount minus cancelled that amount. Possibility to call the following methods for operation with SMS channels and POIs has been added to the EAPI module. The issue of blocking funds for long messages sent through Alaris Campaign Portal has been fixed for cases when messages were sent through IM and SMS vendors at the same time. Previously, the balance funds could remain unblocked even if the message was successfully sent. The security section of system settings now covers setting the password for Alaris Campaign Portal users. Changing the type of an existing deal has been disallowed in the volume-based deals interface. The segments column has been added for export of EDRs from the Wholesale Portal. Previously, routing modules automatically added a caret and a $sign to regular expressions to denote the start and end of string respectively. The feature has been eliminated. Possibility has been added to disable a routing priority rule by deselecting the is active checkbox. The new product type field has been added to the credit note details template to enable differentiating documents by product type. The ability to select an MCC-MNC list has been added for traffic priority rules. The MCC-MNC column filter type has been changed from text to multipicker. The change affects the message parameters and error and status codes. Support of company address marker has been added to the create new operator letter template. The possibility has been implemented to add email addresses or domains to a blacklist of recipients. This may come instrumental to avoid bulk registration of users in Alaris Campaign Portal with the help of email services that allow temporary email accounts. To enable the feature, contact the Alaris technical support team and communicate the following code. Display of charts has been moved to the uigraph system. For this reason, the following charts have become hidden: total RAM used, CPU used, HDD used on primary partition, HDD used on Oracle folder, running processes per CPU core. To display them, set the system parameter enable SNMP metric gathering to 1. Previously, unconditional verification was added for MO routing that the vendor and client channels do not belong to one and the same partner. Starting from the new version, the verification can be disabled on the system level. For this, contact the Alaris technical support team and communicate the following code.